Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, Harry. Hope you are doing well. Where's my mouse cursor? Let's just turn down the music just a touch, and then we can get everything going. Good morning, mate. How are you doing? It's first Sunday morning stream in a long time. I'm tired. It's going to take me a little bit to get into this again. I'm not used to it at all, but yeah, it's good to be back. It is good to be back for sure. Now, slightly dead. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to change my chair because this one squeaks like hell. 2 secs. That's better. This one does not squeak. I need to get another proper desk chair, but at the minute I'm putting up with this one. When I'm not streaming, I'll use the blue chair because it is very, very comfy. But when I'm streaming, I brought this from downstairs. Good morning, Ethan. Raccas, where have I been? I've been here, mate, all the time. Well, this room, not streaming, because obviously I can't do that all the time. I'm just going to show you, if you've missed what's going on so far, we have signed Jordan Archer, Nicholas Mosqueda and Aaron Connolly on loan. Now Aaron Connolly, yesterday, if you missed it, scored 2 goals against Spurs for Brighton. So yeah, he should be very good, but he's not that good yet. But yes, he'll get there. And we've also, I did this off stream. I've gone for Ngonj. Our thumbnail is such a funny one. Cheers. Thank you very much. And Tatishvili, just to add a little bit of pace and something different to us. Good morning, Will. Hope you're doing well. Just moving the mic a bit just up so it's a bit more in the way. You know, thank you very much for comments on the thumbnail. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I just thought it did. I thought it needed a new thumbnail for the new series. Obviously, I thought I'd go with a different style. I've got the new Vale kit, so I thought, why not put my mug on it? And I'm glad you guys like it. Thoughts on FIFA 20 so far? Let's wait and see. I've made some gameplay changes to it. Dreading 4:30 because Newcastle are facing United. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be too scared if you're a Newcastle fan. I would be scared if you're a Man United fan. But FIFA 20 so far, it's meh. You know, same old FIFA. Just a little bit. Some stuff's a little bit reskinned. I like the fact that you can have, conversations with the players and increase their morale. And squad morale seems to play a big thing in the way that the team plays. That's not a bad addition, but they've still got a lot of underlying factors that are exactly the same but that are wrong with it. So, you know, overall, okay, but still, like every year, still needs a lot of work.
Excellent challenge.
Then it's through against the leg, gets the space off for Dunk. Dunk doing multiple step overs because he didn't really need to. Contra's covering the voice. Okay, hang on. Right, we'll see if that gets a little bit better. To be perfectly honest, well, I didn't think we were, what you call it, they were, I think Newcastle were doing too bad this year. And sorry, Harry, I didn't see the one you comment before. Yeah, I saw that you were 2-0 up away at MK Dons. Was that what the final score was? I thought it was a great result. Yeah, they're just murking me. Okay, good save, Brown, but it's a free kick on the edge of the area anyway. And it's 3-0. Dumbly. Let's see what Jones can do. Ooh, pulls it just wide. Chelsea are doing okay with Frankie. What's your opinion on Frankie as manager, Ethan? Well, that's the main thing with Burton. You want to kind of just solidify yourself in a league position. Didn't quite get the last pass off, but I'll try. You want to get yourself safe as soon as possible. You want to get yourself that magic 50 point. Is it 50 points? You want to get yourself that magic 50, 40, let's say 45. Let's go in the middle of it. You want to get to that magic 45 points and as quickly as you can in the season, and then push. Usually 55 now. Okay, fair enough. But that's what you want to do, and as a Vale fan, that's all I'm thinking about this year for us as well. Is we need to get to that 55 point marker and get it there. And that's what we need to do, and then we can push, and then we can look at playoffs or automatic promotion. You know, I'm saying playoffs and automatic promotion like it's going to happen. It's not, but I'm just saying. Good morning, Luke. Hope you're doing well. Oh, by the way, thank you everyone for coming and joining the stream. Have the welcome salute because you can. Yeah, and it's actually nice to. And Ethan, it's nice to see that the youth players are actually trying to get a run in the team. I mean, Mason Mount, I like Mason Mount. I really do. Really like Mason Mount. I think he's going to be a great player in the future. Tammy Abraham. Well, if you've been around the channel for a long time, you know my thoughts on Tammy Abraham. Can't hit a barn door with a banjo? Okay, I didn't think that's where I wanted the pass to go. Cambridge are all over us right now. Thoughts on FIFA 09? Now, FIFA 09 was one of the best. FIFA 98 is where it's at, though. Conlon, edge of the box. Good block by Taft. FIFA 98 is where it's at. That was the best FIFA. What about Tomori? I didn't know much about Tomori until this season. To be perfectly honest, I didn't even know. I personally didn't know he existed. So I know it might seem a bit bad of me, but yeah, I like what I've seen so far, but I haven't seen enough to form a proper opinion. I just think he's a good player this year, you know. And I'll go with that to start off with for nothing. Didn't quite get the cross past the man. I am definitely rusty in the FIFA stakes. Definitely. He's off. Thank you. Yeah, and as I said, there's some players and some teams that I just know absolutely nothing about, and Tomori fit into that category for me. So I knew nothing about him until he played about him this year. It's like when he started for a couple of games for Chelsea earlier on in the season, I was like, who is this player? I've never heard of him, you know. Isn't necessarily a bad thing for him, but it's just that I knew nothing about him. Abraham is a liability in front of goal, especially in FIFA terms. Oh, Worrell! Oh, great save. Worrell, finally! Your third attempt and we get that. Good morning, Dan's Gaming. And I agree with you on Grealish. He needs some kind of call-up. He's a great player and he's proved it for a little bit. There's always been the comments about his attitude. You know, whether he actually... You know, whether his attitude and his work rate is actually there. But there's no denying his talent. Absolutely no denying his talent. It's just whether he can harness that talent. Okay, you put it this way. I've just thought about it. Jack Grealish, if he was brought up in, say, an Arsenal team, a Man United team, or someone like that, he would get talked about in really much more positive than what he has done right now. He's a great player, and I would love to buy him on FIFA and add him to a Vale team. Obviously, a little bit further down the line, because right now he would be way too good for us, and we wouldn't be able to afford him. But it is just good to say, Brian. It's just strange how his name hasn't appeared in an England call-up. Was it because he was playing in the Championship? Did that hold him back? Is he going to be considered this year? Who knows? Leave your comments down below what you think. And Ethan, does Tammy Abraham in real life, he is good. But nothing wrong to say about him in real life. He's 6 goals in the Prem this season. He's proving why he's a great English striker, young striker, who's going to go on and do better things. In FIFA terms, and for me, he cannot hit a barn door with a banjo. I can't remember which team we bought him for, but we did, and I can't remember. But he is awful. I hope he's better on this FIFA. I really do, because they've been cruel to him in the past. He was such a good striker. He had all the attributes. He had the height, he had the strength, he had the speed. He technically had he had this finishing ability according to the stats. But in game, he was useless, absolutely useless. Again, Tomori is one of those players that I mentioned earlier on. I didn't know anything about him until this season, so I can't possibly comment on what he was like in the Championship.
Cuts it out nicely. Luke Joyce. Now, can he take them on?
Oh, it's a good ball in. Maris clears it.
That will be a corner.
So Tammy Abraham, Raccas, be proud of me. I played the game last Sunday, didn't get sent off, but I scored the winner. Bloody hell, Harry. Congratulations. Not on the goal, but on not getting sent off, because I know that's a major issue for you. Do you talk back to... I'm guessing, Harry, you're one of these that talks back to the referee at every little thing. Again, I'm guessing. But let me know if I'm right. Oh, I think, Ethan, I think Dan was saying that when Tomori played in the Championship, he didn't play well. And let's face it, Jack Grealish, I wouldn't exactly say just because he scored 1 goal. It's because over the past, say, 4 seasons, he's been in that Villa team and he's pretty much been the linchpin of everything good that they've done. He has a little bit of attitude, a little bit of a swagger, but you know, you kind of need that arrogance to be a good football player. I mean, look at like Rooney, Ronaldo, and everyone like that. They all have that little bit of arrogance, that bit of petulance about them, and it was seen with Grealish that was actually a downside for him. Oh, Crooksy didn't follow his run. That was always seen as a downside for him. You gotta fight your courses, Harry. You just learn it. Your age and your level of football, referees do not take any rubbish from players. They will just see it as a school lesson and say, right, young child, you've got a yellow card now. You've been a naughty boy. Go to the timeout step. If you do it again, I'll take your favourite toys off you. Mean I'll give you a red card. That's what referees do at that level. They don't really care. They don't like being out on a Sunday morning. They've probably been out on a Saturday night and a bit, bad Harry, naughty Harry. I haven't got a naughty Harry sound. I would do. Hang on, I'll have to just go with this. Naughty Harry. You failed. I'll just have to play that. I'll take Joycey off. Put Messi on. Connolly looked like he picked up a bit of injury, so we'll put him on Archer for him. That's the one thing that I've always found about whenever I've been involved in games when I was younger, and up until you get to, I think you get to like under 16s football. Just as you're leaving high school football. That's when the referees start to change and you start to see a bit more professionalism from them, where they'll actually talk to you as if you're a human and not a naughty school child. Don't get me wrong, there'll still be some referees that have the Hitler complex, and will just say, right, this is my rules, my dictatorship, you do not come in and mess this. Okay? Tried to do the big switch to Worrell. Now I think, Harry, that's, you're getting to the age now, because if you're in year 11 now, you're starting to get to that 15, 16. I'm assuming you're about 15, 14 going on 15, or 15 going on 16. That's the age where I'm talking about, that refs start to actually treat you like humans. And actually agree that you actually know a little bit about the world. Whereas, oh, what on earth was that, Miss Guida? Whereas before, they just see you as some idiotic school child. But as I said, even when you get to open age football, and like say Saturday League, Sunday League, proper leagues of football, there'll still be that one or two referees that'll just say, I'm in charge, challenge me and you die, that kind of thing. There still will be that one referee that's like that, and you just know that he will turn up to your games nearly every single goddamn week. And then one week where you haven't really, and then the week where you haven't got, where you've got a game, probably, say you're a top table side, and you're going against the bottom side who score an average of 1 goal every 62 games that you haven't won in 4 years, kind of thing. You will have that, in that one game, you'll have that ref that is the best. Worrell will be second, but you'll have a referee that will put in that game who absolutely loves life. He loves the same things that majority of your team does, and he will just be chatting through you all the way through. He'll be the one that if someone does an air kick or a massive shot, he'll be cheering along with you and having a right laugh. And he will only be there for the game that doesn't matter. The second you have a game that's either for a title or is really important, local derby, that kind of stuff, you will have the Hitler ref. It's just the way that that they do it. This is from my experiences. I don't know what the stand. I don't know what the standard refereeing is like nowadays because I haven't played in. I hate to think how many years it is. I think it's about 8 years now since I plays organised football. Because of my knee. Oh, hey up. Gibbons put a cross in that actually nearly went to someone. Oh, Mesquida. Bit of space. Mesquida! He gets his first goal for the club and we've took Cambridge apart in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, and sorry for rambling. I just went on one. How are you guys doing this weekend? Is anything you're looking forward to today? Apart from the Newcastle United game, which actually is true because it's Newcastle United. It's also Newcastle versus Man United.
Little surprising that it is as one-sided as this late in the game, but the team leading deserve the margin.
You know what? Seeing as we're in the added on time, I'm just gonna sub off Laggy. You know, and we'll put Manny at the back. Just for the last couple of minutes. And there we go. We'll get the sub on. I can see that, Harry. I can honestly see that. It's like you feel like you're just in your head. You feel like you're just asking a question. It's like yellow cards, and you'll be like in yourself, "Excuse me, dear referee, would you please mind elaborating on why one was given a yellow card?" But in reality, what you're saying is, "Oi, you ref, you give me a yellow card." That kind of thing. And a couple more swear words thrown in for good margin. I'll see you down, put back. Sorry, Ian. Anyway, we get a win. Victory. Yeah, ramble. Right. And then all of a sudden you'll just go, "Oh dear referee, I seem to have made a huge mistake. You see, I'm not usually a bad man. I'm not, I swear." You know what, seeing as we won, let's go to the post-match interview.
Just a couple of questions for you.
I tend to skip these interviews. What? What on earth is this? Oh, competition is good. Sod it. This is a stupid question. Worrell was a hero today. Great performance from Was. I expected more competitive. Oh, for crying out loud, it was a competitive match until I scored and they folded. So I give them full credit.
Thank you for your time.
Oh dear. Those questions are just poop. Absolute poop. I like the idea of it, but in practicality, in practice, they have not done that well. At all. And we have got Georgie and we've got Cyril. No, you are not buying my Scott Brown. Reject. And block. And also block for Worrell. Cyril, what a name, Cyril. Yeah. Right, so we got 2 extra players here. Tistiashvili and Ngong. He's going to be good. He's got a bit of pace, bit of strength. Yeah, a bit of strength. and can definitely help us up top because we need that quick striker. It's out with Bennett. Pope is injured still, but you know, it's good. We won't have to rely on Bennett for the strength now. Well, as much. So the top deals. So Koulibaly has gone to Man City. Insigne's gone to Real Madrid. And Thiago's gone to Real Madrid. So Real Madrid are spending money. That's it. Real Madrid are just spending absolute heaps of money. Gibbons, no. I haven't got enough cover in the fullback position to let Gibbo go. And you are not touching my Luke Joyce. How dare you? Really? If they have, then I haven't seen it, to be honest with you, Harry. If that's true, then, you know, fair enough. We'll give him. We'll do exactly what we did to Marcus Harness. You know, we'll bring him in. We'll show him how football is meant to be played. We'll send him back as a better player, and then he'll leave you. You know. You know, that's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll bring him in. We'll send him back, and then you'll sell him. Because that's what it is. Hey, Marcus Harness, I will say that when he first come to the team, I honestly thought he was a powder puff. He was it's almost as if he was scared of people approaching him. It's like, as soon as a defender got anywhere near him, he got scared. And then after 2 or 3 games, sorry. Oh, by the way, I'm simming the cup games, especially the Tin Pot Trophy. But after a couple of games, he started to get a bit more involved. He started to put in a couple of tackles, put in a couple of blocks. He seemed to have found his feet. And then, don't know what happened, it's almost as if a light bulb went off. And he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. He started to, I think it was around Christmas time. It was around Christmas time because Boxing Day we played Coventry and he was immense. So it was just before Christmas. He actually started to turn the screw. And he started to play without any kind of prohibitions or anything like that. He started to play well. And then all of a sudden, Boxing Day come around and he was brilliant. He was absolutely phenomenal in that game. The Coventry fans were giving him crap all the way through. And he just proved how good of a player he was. And then from there, he just went leaps and bounds. Good morning, Midnight Crisis. I bet you're loving life right now, aren't you? Good result for you yesterday. With that draw against Exeter. Very important draw. To kind of cement yourself within touching distance of them. I bet you're absolutely loving the way that your team has started the season. You're going up. If you carry on this form, then I see you doing it. You're playing really good football right now. You are. But when you come down to Vale Park, we'll bring you down a notch, like we always do. You know. And Lloyd Dyer, okay. Has he had 2 new hips yet? because he was old when I played as the Burton team. So are you sure he's not just got 2 steel hips? Yeah. It's all fun. It's all fun. We'll probably end up with 2 draws like we have done for the past couple of years. He's 37, still runs quick. He's probably got child support payments he's trying to get away from. Oh, he is. Definitely. Well, I started watching the highlights back from yesterday, and you seem to be getting bigger crowds, which is always good. Obviously, you can tell how good the team's going by how the gates are improving. Oh, Connolly, first touch. Good. Howkins in the way. Connolly gets the goal. Good finish. Scrappy, though. You seem to be getting decent crowd gates at the minute. What's are they more than last year? Is the atmosphere better? He's back up for Akins. Oof, Akins is still around as well. 5k, nice. Perhaps you might end up getting another stand, you know, to match your main stand in height, because all the rest of them just seem to be just porter cabins compared to that one massive stand that was built for you. Great stand, really good stand. It's just a pity that it just looks so out of place. Joyce cranks his header, nearly Soldier Boy'd it. Oh dear.
Well, I think he just thinks he's got to hit this one hard and he's going to score, and he was right.
Vale tried that for a game when Stoke were playing. When we played against Stoke, they were on about selling 4,000 or 1,000 tickets to of one of the Vale stands because Stoke were it sold out their allocation or too quick. But A, don't sell home end tickets. B, don't do it for your local rivals. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm surprised you were able to get £3 out of Vale fans. Usually they only bring that £3 to get a pint of drink. You know, we would need about 20 quid, get one in Crewe, wouldn't we? Or we'd have to ask the Polish builders where they get their breakfasts from. Oh, Gibbo. Oh no, everyone's wrong side. Off. Sheenahan drags it wide. Versus Coventry, bloody hell. Ethan, I don't like Ultimate Team, mate. I really don't. And I am not good enough.
It's a goal for Morecambe. 25 minutes, please. 1-0.
Great to have Alan McAnally out and about for us, and he's brought us right up to date again there. David Amu.
We get Cruxy in. Good cross. Joyce is the man that's there on the edge of the box. And he's got absolutely surrounded. Fair enough. No problem. See you later, Midnight Crisis. Oh, Amu. I made a big mistake there.
Just saying, well, you throw your punches at us and we'll ride them.
You don't. Oh, again. Versus Coventry, you know. it's criminal when they do that. But I mean, if you look at it from a business point of view, all the club's trying to do is make more money, which enables the club to carry on going, carry on funding, enables you to still have a football team, because no one wants that to see another Bury happen. No one wants to see that. So you can understand clubs thinking about it, but in actuality they've got to look at the consequences for the actions. Because fair enough, yes, that might save them a bit of money or make them a bit of money, but it will also hurt them for the next 5 or 10 weeks, because people will, as you said, just turn off. That's a good ball in, and I've got Joyce and Conlon in the wrong positions again. Joyce is supposed to be the holding midfielder, not the attacking midfielder.
On the home bench, a substitute is clearly getting ready to come on. The players haven't put the ball out, they're playing on, but the referee said no.
Abrahams is injured with an injured knee. Oh, I wonder if, that's the thing, we haven't had an injury yet. I wonder if FIFA's got the same glitch with the injuries as last couple of years, where they go down holding the knee and it turns out to be a shoulder injury, or the other way around. That looks a bit nasty. Obviously landed funny, not as funny as how Thingy landed yesterday, Lloris. Did anyone see that? Oh, that looked nasty. Looked really bad, that did. The fact that he was screaming, I think BT Sport turned off the microphones behind the goal, so you couldn't hear the screams. Oh, and Goes works his way through. Hey up, Chris, how are you doing? I'm good, mate. Thank you very much for coming and joining. Oh, tried to find a move, but the pass was never on.
Two more minutes to play, that added time. Maybe took his eye off the ball.
Oh, Conley finds it through. Conlon can't get there ahead of the keeper. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. You can be a supporter of your club, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and if someone has an injury as bad as that, you've kind of got to go say, yeah, please don't let that be as bad as it looks. But that looked awful yesterday. It's, to me, it's either a dislocated elbow or it's a broken elbow, because something was out, definitely. Shoots it, and good save by the keeper. You just woke up. Chris, that's a good way to start a Sunday, mate. I'm not bad at all, thank you very much. Oh, that's Leon. Oh no, Joyce is getting up slowly. A move. Back post, looking for Was. Was! Couldn't get the pass off in time. Yeah, we'll have to take Joyce off in a minute. It is. If it's not raining, it's pouring. That's the. I didn't see any of the other Premier League stuff from yesterday. I saw the 2 live games. So I saw the West Ham game versus Palace, and I saw the Tottenham versus Brighton games. I haven't seen the highlights for the rest of them. I was meant to do that this morning, but yeah, I kind of streamed instead. But I will see that like later on. Let's take Joyce off now. And we will bring on Tashvili, and we'll swap him with Wazzy. So we'll have Worrell sitting back in the middle, and the new signing will go up on the
They
right
have
wing.
spent the big bucks, Barcelona.
Yeah, and I think both parties will be absolutely delighted. I think.
Oh, yeah, now you're
we'll have a
listening to
successful
Bernadeschi's
career at his
transfer
new
to
club.
Barcelona.
Around £45 million. I think that's money well spent.
The build-up is patient.
Who did the tackle on Salah? Just curious.
Turnover in play. There's been a goal elsewhere. Alan McInally's got news of that.
It's a goal for Swindon Town. 58 minutes.
Couldn't get it past Kyle Hawkins.
Back here again, thanks to Alan McInally.
Wasn't Firmino, was it?
Patiently passing the ball around, trying to make
Good
a
tackle
chance.
there, Smudge. And Crooks is trying to wiggle his way out. We'll work our way out of this one well.
Gibbons
Worrell.
threads it through.
Down the line.
Really get at the opposition here.
Conley.
The moment.
For his second of the game, lovely control. Hamza Chowdhury.
Feel a little bit more comfortable.
Bloody hell, Conley. Just jumped. That's a brave celebration.
Greater club, I'm sure getting the first goal gave him confidence.
He just jumped over the flag.
Chance here.
That was a very brave celebration there.
Well worth analysing again.
Afro Man, yeah. Afro Man, Afro Jack has got some great songs. Hamza Chowdhury's got some great songs.
Oh, he's loving it. The manager. He's seeing his team playing really well. Just what he was asking for.
I've got to say, him and Chong, I love their hairs. I love their hairs. I love their hairstyles. It's amazing. And, well, there goes my idea for later on this afternoon. Because he is absolutely piddling it down now. Which means I will not be cutting the grass today.
Thanks, Alan. We'll follow that with
Hey,
interest.
more time to watch football.
So easy in possession. Looking for teammates in the middle. Still danger here after this
Yeah, how
far
crooksy.
clearance.
Conlon looking over the top for a move.
Could get the ball into the box now.
And gone. Oh, straight off the keeper again. Oh, no, the keeper's just too good.
Well, they managed to
Who's been your standout player in the Premier League so far this season? Who's been the player that you've kind of gone, yeah, he's a bit of alright?
Well, they are behind, so it's time for a change. They've got to try and improve their performance.
I've been
somehow.
slightly
Still 20 minutes
impressed
to
with
go.
that Pookie at
McNamara.
Norwich. He's good.
Here's Bennett. Goal news from Morecambe.
It's a third goal for Morecambe.
Would you rather watch Man U all season or
Thank you very
Spurs?
much, Alan.
If it meant going to the games, then I would say for this season, I would say Spurs.
To Connolly.
Mainly because A, they've got a new stadium.
Teammates getting out of the way because
B,
they know he can
I've got
dribble
friends down in London that I don't see enough, so I would actually get to go to what you call it, to see them.
Supporters don't think they've seen it.
So yeah, I would say Spurs right now. I've got a couple of friends up in Manchester, but you know, I've seen them more recently than I've seen the friends down in London. So I would say, I would definitely say I'd prefer to go watch Spurs, just purely because I want to see the new stadium. I want to see that brewery
Here comes a substitution.
where the bloody drinks fill up from the bottom. That's what I want to see. But I don't get that. I know they've got it in Germany as well.
Saw the pass coming and got there first. Done well under pressure here to hold.
But that's what I want to see. And obviously, yep, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense to say Tammy Abrahamson's your Chelsea fan. He's on the shortlist. I'm glad to see him getting the runs. I'm glad to see him getting the run out. It's definitely a bit overdue. Oh, for crying out loud. Good save. Good save, Brownie. I was going to say, Firmino. I would say Firmino. But to me, it's no surprise what he's doing. Because he is that good of a footballer anyway, if that makes sense. So, it's not... I would love to see him anyway, but it's kind of like, yeah, okay, Firmino's doing what Firmino does. And he's doing it exceptionally well. It's like saying Aguero. It's like with Aguero. Aguero just, you know that he just finishes, full stop. He's just that damn good. And it's good to see Danny Ings coming back, I will sell that much. Worrell! Penalty! Oh, for crying out loud. That's going to be offside, isn't it? It is as well. Danny Ings, I'm glad to see him getting a change. I'm a bit disappointed that Charlie Austin is no longer in the Premier League. I like Charlie Austin. I really do like Charlie Austin. I think he's a great old-fashioned number 9. But obviously, today's game, the game of football today is not for the good old-fashioned number 9. It's for the number 9s like Firmino, where he's basically a false 9, but he is still can play as a solitary forward if he needs to, because he's got the hold-up skill. Okay, they've just put a defender up front and he just scored. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. How did he get through? Oh well. Go on, Moss, let's have a bit of fun. I wonder if someone did that in a proper league game, they would get slaughtered. No, I will say Adrian is a feel-good story for all the people who are like saying he's like, oh, he's a bit washed up now, he's been let go from West Ham, what's he going to do? And then he gets picked up by Liverpool and is now starting number 1, and he's playing extremely well. I will say that. Oh, by the way, we won. But he's not going to sell you tickets, is he? Really? Let's face it, no one, unless you're a goalkeeper yourself, no one is going to say, oh, I need to go see that game of football because that goalkeeper's playing. You go see a game of football for the likes of Firmino, for Salah, for Mane, for De Bruyne, you know, someone like that. You don't get someone on the season ticket saying, I bought this season ticket because I want to go see Adrian. Unless you're Rocky, obviously, because that's all he was shouting, Adrian! You know, Rocky, that's all he shouted. Thank you. So, it is... You need to go to an English game in Scotland. Yeah, you're not missing out. You definitely are missing out. And I've been told that I've got to train up Ryan Campbell-Gordon because he apparently grows quickly. And hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of youth players in a month or so, and be able to start simming them up, which would be brilliant. But we shall see what we can do. But the one thing I do like about Scotland is the fact that you get more of a town feel. You get more of like the local town involved in the games. You know, it's not quite as like the full nation. Well, obviously, Rangers and Celtic, blah 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 blah. Yeah, obviously. Burgess looks like he's upset, so we're going to give him a run out. Who else is upset that I actually give a damn about? No one? Okay, that's fine. So we're going to give Burgess a run out because I want to keep him happy. No, I completely agree with Chris. Completely agree with Chris. And we're also going to give Mesquida a game in the middle. let's have a change of instructions here. So not that. Stay central. No. So force 9's getting behind. There you go. Well, yes. Well, the Dundee derbies are, what do you call it? Are definitely massive. Because the grounds are separated, if I'm right, the grounds are separated by Ash Street. If I remember right, they're pretty much back to back. You could walk out of one ground and walk straight into the other in about 50 steps, I believe. Which is insane. Absolutely insane. Just to think about that and the local rivals as well. Could you imagine it's like Chelsea and Arsenal being a street away from each other? Even a tube stop away from each other would be too close. 1 minute from each stadium. 1 minute. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine Everton and Arsenal being separated by a minute? I mean, fair enough, they've got Stanley Park in between them, so it's pretty close. But it's not quite a minute.
Yeah, thanks, Martin. Well, we've got a couple of teams here that their strengths are attacking, no doubt about it. So I'm sure they'll be going at each other very quickly.
Connolly using his physical
Oh, come on, I should have passed that down.
offside. That's an easy decision.
Oh, awesome. When are the next two derbies then, Ethan?
And here it is, the starting 11 for the home side today. Two banks of 4-4-2.
Yeah, how it always used to be. Don't see it quite so often these days, but that's a classic formation and really capable of causing problems here today.
Solidly away.
Yep, no problem.
And this is today's lineup for the visiting team. Well, we put it up at what looks, Alan, very defensive, but there's flexibility, isn't there, in the side?
Yeah, and I think with his shape, so much depends on the wing backs, how much they are allowed to get forward and what they can do when they do get forward.
Well, he's got a chance now to get forward in this wide area. Well, the keeper's
Chris,
got
this is
that.
for you, for that joke.
News of a goal elsewhere.
Head shake.
Not work, Alan. We're back here now with Alan Smith. The visiting team, well, they are the lowest scoring team in the division, and you sense they might have problems
Oh,
here
couldn't
today.
get the through ball through that time. Palmer comes and get it.
And there's been enough to warrant more goals scored than they actually have.
It's going to be a throw here. Promising build-up until that
I haven't
challenge.
figured out how to completely break down defenders yet. Or manage to get that little bit of space. I'm still figuring out in this game because it's been a while since I played FIFA, so I'm still trying to get into that little
Goal
zone.
news from Northampton.
It's a goal for the visitors. 19 minutes played, 1-0.
We're back here again. Thanks
8th
to
of
Alan
November
McInerney.
and 27th of December. Wow.
Still got a bit to do,
Christmas
but this is
game, that.
promising. And that's
One
broken
for
up
all
by
the family.
defender before the cross could come in. Defensive block there. No cross coming.
Byron Moore, wow. Hey, did he get a pound from that header?
To be on the stretch for that, couldn't quite get above it.
Oh, Chris. That was below the belt, sir. And you know it. 1-3-1 against Morecambe.
Saw it coming.
1-0 down.
Yeah, good work.
Morecambe get a man sent off. Then he goes half time. And then Vale score 3 in the second half to win.
old
Luke Joyce with the first, Tom Pope with 2.
23 minutes played. 1-0.
right on the spot there for that story, Alan McInally, of course. Can't keep the ball at the moment. More.
Plymouth, they're definitely a tough nut to crack.
Counter-attack. They've made the defenders
Oh
turn
wow,
here with
what a
that
move
pass.
by Fletcher. That's a great goal.
And scoring in style.
Vale, I'd have to double check where they're sitting. I can't remember where they're sitting.
Just look at the way he's got past these defenders, Alan, and really maximised the situation he created for himself.
Well, he did. It was head down and some wonderful balance and footwork to beat a couple of defenders and
Oh,
knock
we're
the ball in the
10th.
back of the net. Wonderful goal.
Realistically, I think anywhere between 10th and 17th is a good finish for Vale this season.
Goal, it's 1-0.
So I'll stay with where we are right now, but we're definitely in 10th. We've got 17 points. So I'm happy with where we're at for now. You know, we haven't lost a game at Vale Park in the league this season, which is great. This is what we needed to do.
Defender really putting his body on the line to stop the cross.
Are you talking about the Dorans that used to play for West Brom?
Trying to get behind the defenders to get a
Oh,
good cross.
That's a great flipping idea for a cross. There's no one there.
And it's Fletcher. Here's a goal from Swindon.
It's a goal
He plays for Dundee.
36
Is it Glen Dorans?
1-0.
Interesting news again from Alan McInally. Thanks, Alan. David Amu. Patiently passing the ball around, trying to make a chance. It's a terrible place to give the ball away.
Oh, trying to get it into Connolly. Graham Dorans, thank you.
More.
I knew it began with a
It's
G.
Fletcher. Flag has gone up for
Oh,
offside
someone was
tonight.
offside.
Gibbons. Wasteful pass, unforced
There's
error,
a huge
really.
gap in front of him. Play that ball into the gap, not into the player. Crying out loud.
Gets the ball out wide with time to assess the situation. Good defensive play, no cross, and no danger now. 2 more minutes to be played then, added time. Taking on a couple of opponents now.
Oh, good bit move. Oh, good save. I cannot beat the keeper. I cannot beat the keeper.
Clearly a booking and comes the yellow card.
Cyril gives away the free kick, but I cannot beat the keeper right now.
That's the good call.
Not with the first shot, anyway. The only time I've beat the keeper with the first shot right now is if it's gone in off the
1-0 here as
post.
the half-time whistle goes. And here we go, the referees.
Good bit of business that is getting him for a free. That kind of quality of player as well. Premier League experience. Good all-round football, a bit of technical ability.
Taking on
Perfect.
the opposition and the responsibility as well. Decision is a throw. It's a fair tackle.
What are your hopes for Dundee this
Well,
year?
the wide man can
Ethan?
show his skills here.
Do you think you can break into the top 4?
I'm hearing that there has been a goal elsewhere, and Alan McInally is the man on the spot. Alan.
It's the second goal for Cheltenham Town. 48 minutes played. 2-1.
Right on the spot there for that story, Alan McInally, of course. And that'll
Yeah,
be a
true.
throw.
There is always that with footballers. They do like getting injured. Oh, Conlon. Breaks forward again. I cannot beat the keeper with the first shot.
They managed to dig themselves out of a pretty deep hole then. It's a great chance, I thought, but they're safe again.
Connolly, again, straight down the keeper's throat. What am I doing wrong?
Taylor,
Bloody hell, 3 Plymouth players all in the same position there.
a transfer that we've heard about today. It's Mesut Ozil. Alan Smith, tell us your thoughts.
Taylor, good block.
Ozil has moved to Inter.
Yeah, they were determined in their pursuit and certainly willing to probing the pass.
Goal news from Scunthorpe.
It's a goal for Scunthorpe United.
Had a smudge.
57 minutes played. 1-0.
That's Alan McAnally keeping us bang up to date. The defender did well to get to it, but hasn't really finished the job. Going forward with real purpose now. Saw the direction of the
That pass was never on for Crooks or for Remu. That ball should have gone to Connolly.
Break in numbers. Plenty of speed, but not much organisation. The ball lost at a crucial time. Burgess. That's a clever pass. Put his body in
Good
front
strength.
of the opponent and protected the ball well.
Over the top for Burgess. Oh, what bloody good defending.
Read the play well to intercept. One or two options now in forward areas for them.
Oh, nice hoof, Leon. Right, let's change this up a little bit. We'll bring on Manny. We'll bring on Archer for Gunge. And you know what? I'm going to have to bring on Was for Burgess. Because I need Was. He's just too good. I need him.
Well, you have to play it the way you're facing sometimes, even if you're facing your goalkeeper all that distance away. Home team ready to make a change.
I don't get why every shot I'm having is going into the keeper's
That's what he
midriff.
does. He keeps the ball.
Is there something I'm doing wrong with the shooting?
Trying to pick out a teammate at the near post.
I've turned off the time shooting, if anyone's wondering, because I still, even after 2 Fifas, I still don't get the hang of that.
Goal news involving Scunthorpe.
It's a goal.
And it's a free kick for Plymouth in a dangerous position. Subs are being made.
We're going to get substitutions from both managers.
Easy for Brown.
That free kick. Alan McAnally, our man on the spot there. But we
Beautiful
have to break
ball.
away from
If
him. Apologies for
Conlon
that.
is able
But
to
I
get
can
there.
confirm the visiting team did score in that game.
One smudge.
And the match is level at 1-1. So we're coming down now towards the last 15 minutes. Gibbons. Connolly. Neatly intercepted. Archer. To Connolly. Room for the cross.
He was waiting for me to turn.
Defending here. Saw that coming and intercepted. Edwards got the ball and they're going at the opposition with speed. Here's Edwards. Baxter. Here's Taylor. He's made the interception. Well, the atmosphere's improving now. Now the home team need to improve. They're still in with a shout.
Yeah, time is running out. It's now or never. I think they've got to lift the game.
Chance for the equaliser.
Oh,
Still dangerous here off the
trying
goalkeeper.
too hard. No, I
That
think.
did look like a real opening, but they they've dealt with it.
Well done, Luke.
Well, the team that are in front are going to try and keep in front with a change here. Player being brought on from the bench.
This could be the leveler.
That's great defending.
To the rescue, and how?
As soon as the ball was
Suddenly they
straight
could be
on
the
him.
counter-attack.
Oh no, we've got to watch out for this. This is a mad break.
Can really get at the opposition here. That's what they've been looking for. The ball in behind.
Great block.
Very quickly. Archer. To Connolly.
Conley looking over the top for Archer. Sawyer's got the little knock on him.
Intercepted well.
That's not where I wanted that pass to go. And that is full time. And it is a draw.
It's all over.
Oh dear. Ah, well, we've not been too bad
A bit unlucky to lose it though.
so far. We've done okay. A couple of victories and then unfortunately that loss. But as you can see, not much happened in that game. It was pretty damn boring. I hate cats. Are so funny. You should just record that and you got 1 million views right there, Chris. 1 million views right there. Put it on Facebook and then people will just be laughing their heads off at it. Right guys, I'm slowly getting my way back into this streaming thing, so I'm going to call it there for today, and then we will pick it up soon. I'll try and get a stream in this week in an evening sometime, not sure which day yet, but I will try and get a stream done. So thank you very much everyone who's come and checked it out. I hope you enjoy yourself, hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Try.